We are going to see today joins, and you hear some noise. I'm really sorry for that, which is not in my hand, because I cannot manage these sounds, whichever the some noise bringing, like hitting something. Okay, so some work is going. I hope would work. Okay, so apart from that, to continue, I feel you're okay. You can understand me. So the next session to previous is like join. So in the last session we have seen similar structure joining, means which is like two sources or two different tables or two different files or one table or one file. If you have a different structure, I'm sorry, the same structure, then we can do joining of these files or the source, input source, in using funnel, and three types of funnels that we have discussed in the earlier session. And this session we are going to discuss about non-singular structure joining. Non-singular structure joining. Okay, so I have here two tables. I have two tables. One is EMP table and the other one would be DEPT table. So these two tables give me some information like department number, and the department number is in the department number and the department name. So I want to know the department name of 10, and I see here department number only in the EMP table, and I want to know the department name of the departments which are mentioned in the EMP table. But the information is not in EMP, that information is present in DEPT. So that is another table, and the source is same. So when you have different sources, means for example, if you say DEPT as coming as file and EMP is coming as a table for Oracle, then we can call that as like heterogeneous sources, means two different sources that we have. Now here the situation is only in Oracle we have these two tables, so we call this as homogeneous, means two sources or any number of sources which are having in the same source, we can call that as heterogeneous and homogeneous. And homogeneous means like which same tables we get or the different files, it can be file or database same. So in that case only we can say homogeneous, else it is like heterogeneous. So now these are homogeneous tables that I have. So now this join I need to perform in Oracle using join concept, like select star from EMP where, and I'm sorry, I forgot to give the DEPT table, where, so based on one key column I'm doing joining, where DEPT number, I have to mention the table name, department number equals to DEPT dot department number. So this is a join. How many records I have in DEPT table? I have 4 records. And how many records I have in EMP table? 14 records. So DEPT 3 department numbers I have, 3 department numbers I have in my EMP table. And but here in the DEPT 4 department numbers are there, means there are no employees still working in 40th department, which is operations. But in EMP table when I do join, this is inner join. So this is your left table and this is your right table, and I'm performing inner join. So when I do inner join based on a key column, so the department name would be coming like this. It was retrieved like this, and this is like only for select statement. And the location would be again a information. So now I don't want to bring all the columns. I want to bring only DEPT number and DEPT name. So dname, that is dname. Now I'll write the alias names of, for EMP table E, I'm giving an alias of the table name, E dot department number and D dot dname. These are the two tables that I want from EMP table, which is alias E, and DEPT, and which is D, from EMPT, and where E dot DEPT number is equal to D dot DEPT number. So now here I have 10th department which is coming as accounting, 20th department research and 30th department sales. So the same way I want to perform joins in data stage. If you want to perform join in data stage, we have a stage called data stage. Join stage. So to retrieve the data, I have tables like Oracle. So I want to get Oracle connected, and I place join stage to perform the joins. And here two types of joins will be there. Inner joins and outer joins. In outer join, again we'll have left outer, right outer, full outer, and in and inner join. These are the types of joins that we can perform in data stage as well anywhere, any ETL tool and in SQL. So the first input which you give is your left table, and I'll talk about them. So in the meantime, I'll just finish how to do joins first. I'll discuss, and later on we will see uh, what thing I can perform. Okay, what I can explain. I'll do all the things in my best. So EMP table I'm taking. I hope this table definition we have imported in the earlier, but DEPT I haven't done. I have to do that. So this is your right table. So this table is DEPT from the same database. Scott Tiger. So this is DEPT table. I have 3 columns and Oracle. And next, I am going to give all these information. I hope we have discussed in this all concept, important table definition and all in the first class itself, in the first session itself. Okay, now I just want to do a small uncheck of runtime column propagation, and this even we discussed in while sequential file. Okay, so coming to back into Oracle, here see I required a wait class, and in that I want to specify a key column. So here I know when I look into the two tables, I came to know which department number is common between the two tables, so I used them to join. I use these two key columns to join. But in data stage, if you see, I can have some helper or some guess from my stage itself. When you select this and when you give two inputs at a time, what data stage data stage join stage can do is it can figure out the common key column that between the number of input links that you give. So how many input links it supports? N number of input links means if you have n number of tables, you can do joins. But here only for according to my requirement, I required only two tables, so I took only the two tables join. Okay, and the first input link will be your left link, and the last input link will be your right link, and remaining between whatever we give, those all will be intermediate links. See, in the link ordering, left outer and right outer we have, and remaining are intermediate links. The link name should be you have to remember these links names because it plays key role going further. So join type we have, as I said before, in the join we have, outer joins we have. In outer we have left outer, right outer, full outer joins. Okay, so the key column department number helps us to department number. This is the key column. If you have multiple key columns, it will show you in the drop down list. But only the one common key column that we have between the two tables, it shows. Okay, the department number. That is the reason it is showing. And the remaining, I just want to delete because for just showing the link naming and the link ordering, I have given you the inputs, but now I don't require. So I required only two inputs, which is Oracle EMP table and Oracle DEPT table, and which I'm doing joining, and I haven't done the mapping. So go to the join stage and go to the output and this mapping. You can see DSLink 5 dname location, and you are getting DSLink 4 from this EMP table. Okay, so this all together I'm going to join. I'm going to do mapping to the output, and in the data set I'm going to give this file name as join.ds. So click OK and compile, and you need to save the job. Go to the batch 101 which we have discussed earlier for us, and here I'm going to make this join stage, and the job name would be 7 is done, 8 is also done, so I hope 9 should be the job. 9 should be the job. Join stage, and job would be 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just let me conclude. Yes, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. No, job is 9 only. So this is going to save and compile the job. And now what I can do, I have given the target dataset name. I need to recheck. Okay, if I don't give, it will get a compiler. I forgot. It will get a compiler, yeah, because you have to know what are the compile time errors and what are the like runtime errors. Because compile time errors are very important. Without compilation successful, you cannot run the job. So now I have this part, and now join link ordering and in and output. Now I'm going to compile. Compilation is done successfully, and now I'm going to run the job. So here I have 4 records coming from DEPT table and 14 records from the EMP table, and after performing join I got 14 records. See, one more thing you need to understand: when you do join on non-single structure join, you don't see your records get increased. You will see only the columns will be increased. Okay, similar structure and non-similar structure. While discussing data warehousing concepts, we have seen the ETL transformations like the ETL data merging. So in the data merging, we need to come to know what is similar structure joining and what would be the output when you do similar structure joining and non-similar structure joining. Okay, see now the account name, D name is the account name, account number, department number name, and from which DEPT we got pulled, and location also from DEPT table. So this is your inner join. Inner join means what? The records which are common between all the inputs, then only you are going to see in the output. For example, I have 4 different tables and I want to get them into 4 tables, and but the record which is not matching with one input, then that record will not come to the output in the inner join. That is what the inner join concept. So the records which are matching between all the inputs, then that record only is going to come in the to target in the inner join. So now, what is the other type of joins that we have? Left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. And one more thing you need to understand here: the number of records. See, 14 records you have, 14 records in the target you have. So here, if you see the 14 records, you see common means 10th department number you have 3 times. So 3 department numbers you have, and accounting also mentioned as 3 times, and 20th department. So what I mean to say here also, you get all the matching values from the input links. Okay, that is join stage specifically I'm talking about. And once I want to do inner join, after 10 I want to do left outer join. When I say left outer join, you should be very careful here to understand which is your left table, because what is left outer join means you get all the records from the left table and you get only the matching records from the other tables or other inputs. So now here I have only 2, one is EMP and one is DEPT. So I hope here that will not be more confused for us, because this is your left table, EMP table is a left table. So you get all the 14 records and you get only the matching records. So the output would be the same. There is no much difference in this case, but the inputs and data can get changed, then maybe the result may be different. Okay, values wise, not count wise. Okay, so when the count is in inner join or left outer join, it can be performed in the same way. In this particular case, so what I mentioned is left outer join means all the left table records will move to the target, and only the matching records from the other inputs will be moved to the target. So in this case, when I perform left outer join, So all the EMP table data I'm going to see in the target and put in the code. So how do you perform in inner join? The same output you are going to see in your left table, left outer join. For in this case, this is third time I'm saying. I guess I'm sorry, because sometimes I need to repeat some things, and which I repeat, maybe they are somewhat important to us. I feel that is the reason I repeat multiple times, so that I at least for one time to one time, even if you don't hear the second time or the third time, you can note that point. That is the reason I repeat like that. I repeat in that way. Okay, so department number I have 10, the name I have multiple times. This you need to remember, and this is your left outer join. Okay, now we'll see the right outer join. So what is right outer join and which input is your right? DSLink 5, the input which is coming to your join stage is your right. So in the right DEPT table, I have how many records I have? 4 records I have. And what is right outer join? All the records from the input of right table and matching records from the other inputs you get into your output data set. So in this case, what I can do, what can I tell you? Here you have 4 department number values, 10, 20, 30, and 40. And in the another output, which is EMPE as this scenario, we have uh, only 10, 20, 30 departments information. We don't have 40. But now when I do right outer join, you get 40 out, 40 also as a target. 40 also to the target. So see here what it is saying, invalid derivation of the output department number. Why? Because if I click on show error, what will happen? Where the selection of this rectangular or sketch of rectangular will be moved to the particular stage. Okay. So now here the problem is, go to the output, you will get the problem because your right outer means the department number, the key column will be pulled from the right outer table. That is the reason we are getting here the issue. Before why did I not get? Because the inner join also will the inner join also will get the department number from the left table only, the key column. So but in right outer join it picks the right department number and the other from EMP table. Okay, so now click OK. Now compile. So now you can see the number of records count can be mismatched. Mismatched in the sense, before you have seen 14, now we'll get 15 because 40th department it is in present in right input link, and in EMP we don't have 40, but matching records are 14. EMP 14 records are matching with these 3 records. That is the reason we get 15 now. So 40th department, what values you present? In EMP table, what columns we have? All columns, like 8 columns we have. So in these 8 columns, you have a data for a 10, 20, and 30th department number. But 40, which is coming from DEPT table, and it's not having any information of EMP information what it cost. So those all values are be shown like this. See, this is one thing that you need to understand. But department number, I write out I did, I brought 40 at the department, and D name I got operations, and location is Boston. This is what you need to understand. For non-matching values, you get, for columns, you get like values like this. For integer max, zeros, and varchar values, you get nulls. MGR, if you see manager, if saying null, why? Because we'll just see. Okay, make decimal. Okay, but still it should not be what we can say null. It should be zeros only because it's a numeric. Okay, it's coming as null. But what happens in join? Mostly varchar value will be null, and then numeric values will get zero. If in the case of the records which are unmatched. Okay, fine. It doesn't have big matter on the what value it present. Either it can present null even and zeros even, but I see it should be 0. Okay. Now I got the value into the flow into the data set. I have performed how many joins? Department number. I'm sorry, inner join. Right outer join, full outer join. Sorry, left outer join. Now full outer join is the one we need to take care. Full outer join. So full outer join means what you can say. See, for example, I have another output. Whatever it is showing, the link name is same. That is the issue. Because I made it copy it and paste it, that is the reason. What happened? DS link 6 I have given, right? But still why it is it has changed the rename. We'll make this as and see. What happened? Full auto join input links columns. I'm sorry, join stage here, link order time. The source or destination stage already has the link of the request name. I have changed the name, but why it still is not taking the name? Nothing issue, a small issue. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just delete this and I give a new input link. And what I'll do, I'll just I'll load the EMP tables information again. Now I'm going to compile it. See, what happens? Invalid derivation of the output department number because we are given in inner join. I changed it. Okay. Now I want to show you full water join. See, this error is very important. What it is saying? Error join stage in join 2 is now already 2 inputs when property join type equals to full outer. Means what it is saying is in full outer join you cannot work with more than 2 input links. You cannot work with more than 2 input links. This is very important. So 2 input links, if you are getting more, exceeding more than 2 input links, you cannot work with full outer join. So we should have only 2 input links. So full outer join means what? All the records. It's not matching or relevant or matching or not. It doesn't check anything. Everything will be pulled out. So inner join and left outer join, in this case, mostly they get the result the same way. And full outer and light outer also in the same way they are getting. But only this is according to this particular scenario, particular data sets, but it's differs from, it varies from one to other. Try to observe. You try to observe department number and full outer. See this data, how it looks. See, this is your data which is not yet in sorting order. Okay, this is sorted order 10, 20, 30, and 40. But if you see the output, you get the data in sorting order because join stage is sorts interlay the data. How it sorts, why it sorts, everything we'll discuss in partitioning techniques. See, data got sorted. Maybe 30 is coming up before to the 20th department, but data gets sorted. Okay, it will not be group. It will be set of group. How it is going to happen? Why? I did not do any external function or I did not use anywhere, right? But by default, it is sorting. It is making group of one set of records into one order. So how it is becoming and how it is happening, we'll discuss that. Okay, make a note. Just make a note. Join stage by default it perform some sorting operation. Okay, so we'll stop here, and this is your join stage. And next class we are going to see lookup, and if everything goes fine, we'll see in the merge session event. And the lookup merge sessions are very important, and they can be different with the join. And we need to see at the end of this class or the end of this session, we need to talk these three differences. And thank you very much for watching this video. Thank